What's up, y'all? Long time no see. Hope y'all been doing okay. So quite a bit has happened since the last video. The most obvious, I got a haircut. It was just time. The quarantine going on with pretty much everything coming to a stop, and my hair was just getting longer and longer and longer. It was getting harder to twist, and it had to come down to that decision: are we going to braid it or cut it? And that was it. And in my profession, living in Alabama too, you don't want to kind of give people the smallest thing to use against you. So I really don't want my hair to be used against me, even though it's illegal. But discrimination in the workplace still does very much exist, unfortunately. But that's besides the point. Y'all can just enjoy this blue do-rag for the rest of the video. I made this video to talk about something else that is pretty funny, and it's story time, by the way, so just sit tight. So 2017, it was October 16th, 2017. I remember this date vividly because that was my ex and I's anniversary. Okay, so October 16th, 2017, I'm taking classes at Birmingham School of Law. Classes are pretty much from like 6 to 8:30, 8:45, and I was taking a class called Commercial Law. Deals with UCC code and stuff like that. Very difficult class. I was getting my ass kicked in that class, but the boy came out with a B. Don't know how I did it, but I did a lot of case briefs and stuff, so very proud of that achievement. But here it is. It's 8:30 or so at night, and I'm coming home. Well, actually, I'm leaving out of school, trying to go home. It's been a full day of work, 8 to 5, and then you got about 2.5 hours worth of lecture and class. So I'm exhausted. It's also my anniversary, so I'm having to deal with my ex and try to be romantic, even though I'm exhausted mentally and physically. So at my school, they don't really have a designated parking area for us. Well, at least not a free one. You have to pay for parking in a parking deck that's about 2 blocks down the road. But I used to just park on the street because it's downtown. And I parked about a block over from the school. No biggie, right? So I was driving my Impala at the time being. It was a white Impala, had maybe like 20% tint on it. So, I'm thinking I'm pretty safe as far as concealing items that are inside my car. I'm walking back to my car around 8:30. I unlock my door, put my book bag in the back seat, and I've kind of noticed that some stuff had been rearranged. Like my coats and my stuff, they were just kind of all over the place. And then I opened my front door and I realized that my passenger side window had been burst, and my radio was gone, and my Glock 19 was gone as well. I usually keep my guns hidden inside the car, but I was in such a rush, so I kind of left my gun in the center compartment, kind of in plain sight. So I immediately have like a miniature panic attack. I'm pissed off, my heart's beating, I'm looking around to see if someone's around. Of course not. I don't know when they broke into my car, but I got victimized. They stole my radio and my gun. So I called the police, made a report. Luckily, I had the serial number for my gun, and I reported the serial number. That was pretty sad. I paid about $500 for the gun. It was my very first gun, and I loved it. And I even started to customize it a little bit. So it was a big deal for me. I kind of got over it pretty quickly. I had renter's insurance at the time, so I filed a claim, and they gave me a nice amount of money. They didn't give me the full value of the gun, but I got a nice amount for a down payment for another Glock that I got from a place called Simmons in Bessemer, Alabama. So it's 2020 now, right? That's been 3 years. It's 2020. I'm literally sitting at my desk about a day or two ago, and I get a call from my cell phone. I picked it up, and this gentleman introduces himself from the Vestavia Police Department, and he said he's looking for Curtis Carter. And I'm like, why the hell are you looking for me? I was so terrified. This comes right after I just got pulled over. I've been pulled over twice within like 2 weeks. So I'm kind of my relationship with police right now is not the best. I still support you guys, but right now I don't like all of you because I got I got a speeding ticket. But that's besides the point. So I get a call from Vestavia, and he's like, "Did you have a gun stolen out of Birmingham a few years ago?" And automatically my posture, everything changes. I'm like, "Yeah, did you find it?" And he's like, "Yeah, we have your gun, in pretty good shape as well." And I'm like, "Wow." So here's the thing. Here's the backstory behind this as well. I have been thinking about that gun, like maybe a few weeks ago. I was thinking about this gun because I was like, man, I really wish I had my first gun. You know, I want to kind of keep it and maybe pass it down to my kids. You know, it's my very first gun. It means something to me. But I was thinking to myself how I wouldn't have that moment. So I was thinking about this gun, and I haven't seen Red Jays. I always blow a kiss towards a Red Jay. If you know anything about that, it's supposed to be good luck. So I've been kissing Red Jays like crazy. So I automatically knew something awesome was getting ready to happen to me. And this was it. Like, he called me, said my gun was found, and that I could come and reclaim it. So I'm ecstatic, right? I go to the Vestavia Police Department, and one of the officers comes out, and I got my gun back, man. I got it back, safe and sound. And he tells me the story behind this. Now here's the funny part. Here's how funny this is, right? I don't know the name of the person who got this gun, because he's either the person who broke into my car or he bought it from the person who broke into my car. But I wasn't able to get his name. So he says that the police department was working with a task force, and they were looking for a guy who was wanted. I'm assuming for drugs or maybe murder. I don't know what happened, but they were looking for this guy. They go to the guy's address. Now the guy who has my gun, they're not looking for him. This has nothing to do with him, but he has my gun. He sees the police. He automatically takes off running. They of course give chase, and they catch him almost immediately. As they catch him and they start to pat him down, they say that some dope fell out of his pocket. And you're like, oh, okay, you got a possession charge now. They further search him and found my gun. One of the things that police always do when they find a gun, they always run the serial to see if it's stolen. So boom, guess what? They ran the serial. It's my gun. 3 years ago this happened. I go down there, he tells me what happened, and sure enough, I look at my gun, and it's my gun. I'll tell you how I know for a fact it's my gun. And I'm about to take it out, so if you have small kids watching this, or you don't like guns, then you might want to skip past this. But here's how I know it's my gun, okay? The slide cover right here is of the Grim Reaper. That's one of the first modifications I ever made to this gun. And if you look at it, it's still pretty clean. Like, I cleaned and sanitized it myself yesterday. I racked it. There's no rust. I didn't see much of any gunpowder, so it didn't look like it had been fired. Like, it still looks like the gun I had myself when I first got it, and it's a beautiful gun. So I'm super happy because now I have not only 2 Glock 19s, but I have this one back, and this means a lot to me. You know, not because I'm like a big gun guy. I mean, I'm from Alabama, so I do like guns, obviously, but I was victimized that day, and I felt so violated, and I was just wondering, was I gonna ever get my gun back? And it just fell in my lap. In the midst of this 2020 chaotic year, Kobe died, you know, the quarantine's going on, black people are dying, the economy sucks, people are being laid off. Like, it's been a pretty crappy year, but even in the midst of everything, dude, like, this miracle happened. I think it's a miracle. So I'm super happy about that, man. So take this away from my story. If you're feeling something on your heart, or something you're thinking about, oftentimes we're thinking those things for a reason. So if you're thinking you're about to get a new job, it's probably coming. If you're thinking you're about to get a new car, you're going to be driving pretty soon. If you're thinking you're going to be in a better place pretty soon, it's probably coming. You got to have faith and you got to have good vibes. If you have those things, then everything generally works out. So that's all I have for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like the video, share, comment, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Until next time, yours truly. Peace out.